Oh, would you guys use a double-ended dildo with your girl?
What the fuck?
One side in you, one
Yes.
side in your
Yes, confirmed.
Yes.
I'm trying to like envision how that would look.
Hot. That's what it looked like. It looked fucking sexy.
No, but do you get it like stuck in your butt so you're doing the back and forth movements into her?
Oh, power bottom.
Oh, yeah, you have to stick it somewhere. Somewhere,
Yeah, like
someone's
someone
gonna
has
be
to do
anchor.
the movement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone's going to be
exactly.
the anchor, someone's going to be the mover.
No, but what if you
Exactly.
both move it?
Oh, you can't.
No, it's like a perpetual motion machine. You know what I mean? You're going back and forth at the same time.
So that means you have to lock the dildo to the floor. And then you can both move.
Or you just be good, you know what I mean?
No, because it's like you know that thing where if you tear two tears in a paper and you try to rip them both off, you can never do it.
Oh, you know what I'm envisioning? A fucking, like a trident,
Yeah.
but with dildos on the end. So that way you can just squat over it and go up and down.
Oh shit!
So no
can
one
You get
gets
a
that
booty
right now.
workout and a booty ass, like an asshole workout. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Imagine
Both of them getting bigger.
Yeah, and it's a trident, so it's 3. So you got room for friends.
Have you guys heard of?
With that being said, welcome back to episode 61 of the Milk Bucket Podcast. We're just, figuring out our sexuality as we do every episode.
That's a fact. Sorry, that's a fact.
The boys are here.
Have you guys heard of the asshole workouts that people do? They're called Kegels.
That's for pussy,
That's a vagina workout.
Yeah, but it's like you do it by squeezing your ass. That's how you do it.
I don't think so. You
Just
just
you do it for clenching your
I guess
pussy.
so.
No, I
It's
think like
for vagina. It's meant to make your vagina tighter.
yeah. How
Like
fucking
bitches do it when they get pregnant and shit.
Can you believe if girls actually do that shit,
Yeah, of course.
Apparently, it's good for guys too.
bro?
Because you just
wait,
stop.
do you do it?
Yeah, it's good for your
Prostate.
prostate. Thank you.
Really?
Yeah, it's stopping and starting pissing.
Does it keep your
Oh.
asshole nice and tight?
I don't know what it does to your asshole.
Is that-
What would you do if you went for a prostate exam and you got hard?
Surely it's not that weird. It is what it is.
G spot.
I mean, what would you do if the doctor was clearly uncomfortable?
Yeah, so
Like it's just like, oh,
what would you do if you came? Yeah, so like he sticks it in, wiggles it around a little. Okay, what would you do if he's trying to make you come? Like it's like he's just like, oh yeah, just a little bit further. Can I just grab your dick real quick? Just gonna do a quick check.
while I'm doing this, I might as well check your balls.
So that's the main thing they have to check.
Have you ever had a doctor like touch you down there?
No, never.
I have multiple times.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's
Aaron
very
used to date a
awkward.
nurse,
Is it the
a
wait?
male one.
Is it that doctor at the Thai massage?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
good
Dr.
times.
Chang.
Yeah.
He was a doctor in Thailand, not really a doctor in Australia.
No, but when you're like, okay, so I was 14 and had like my testicles checked out at one point, and
Oh,
there
yeah?
was this fit girl.
How'd you do it? Did you dip them in her mouth or like what? What's the procedure?
The thing is, remember being 14 and a gust of wind would get you hard.
Yeah.
So when a fitty is touching your balls, it's the hardest
Jesus.
thing
Wait, there was a
ever.
hot doctor who did it.
Yeah, well, I remember being
What did he
hot. I
look
was also-
Broad shoulders. Oh no, sorry, skinny.
Realistically, she was probably like 35, but I remember her looking like 20.
Oh yeah.
So
Smoking.
He wasn't like a skinny painter.
I don't like this name. It's fucking hypothetical.
If you had to fuck a dog, which dog would you fuck?
Skinny
Baz, you
painter.
go first.
Probably not one that I like. Probably like a great. What are they called?
Great Dane.
Great Dane. Yeah.
What about you, Aaron?
I have no idea. I don't know breeds.
Give
I
us an
wouldn't fuck
answer.
a dog either.
I'm not
Give
giving
us,
you
give us his fucking answer.
I'm in the women,
Give
I'm
us
not
a
in the
fucking
dogs.
answer. You know, Great Danes, they always look at you with that fucking dumbass fucking look. Like they're the boss. Oh, I'm a Great Dane.
Baz is like, yeah, look at that Great Dane thinking it's so hot, sticking
Bro,
its ass up
if
in the
Great-
air.
If Great Danes had an accent, this is what they would sound like. Rightio, sir. I'm just about to enter in the village.
So are you doing a retard?
Yeah, exactly.
I think
That's
you
what
meant
they
to say,
would sound like.
well, cheerio, sir. I'm driving my convertible.
Yeah, but
Past a few black men. I felt a bit scared for a moment, but
No,
you know.
that sound like
they
the retard
passed.
version of that.
Speaking of, how good is Love on the Spectrum?
Oh, it's
I hate
fantastic.
it.
Yeah, it was
Baz
so
loved
good.
it.
I hate it.
Baz was being like a typical boyfriend. We were watching it last night.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really mean much for you guys. 3 nights ago for everyone listening on Monday. But he was like a typical boyfriend of a girl where he's like, oh, fuck this show. It sucks. And then like they'll have a cute moment and they'll go, oh. And you'll just see he's like lying down smiling like,
James and I were loving it.
oh, bro, it's the greatest comedy of all time.
This is the thing, guys. If I wanted to see a bunch of retards make a lot of noise, I'd go to a protest. I don't need to go to this fucking. I don't need to watch this shit. You know what's?
No, but we got to see the dude with his sick sword.
Yeah, it's a samurai
He
sword.
looked like a champion, bro.
Oh, that guy with the fake samurai sword. Oh, I fucking hate that guy.
Are you judging him because it's fake?
Well, yeah. At
You
least
had
I
a
real
fake
one.
samurai
No,
sword.
I had a real one.
No, you
It was
didn't.
blunt as dickhead.
That wasn't a real samurai sword,
It was
bro.
blunt after we used a fucking fruit.
Did the
You never even
samurais
been to
use
Japan. It wasn't a real samurai sword, bro.
You don't need to.
You went to fucking Haymarket, Paddy's Market, and you said, oh, this looks sick.
It was
Let's
actually
buy
on
it.
eBay.
it? You bought that off eBay.
I didn't buy it personally. My brother bought it.
The seller did say realsamurai.com. So it's like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you got to have a sword at one stage of your life.
I agree.
If
I
you
think we
don't-
should get one.
I'm down. Let's get one the same day we get the rabbits. So if we have any extra, we can finish it.
Any
Rabbit pie.
extra rabbits.
Yeah.
We can finish it off.
No, I'm just saying, if we're gonna get rabbits, we may as well get a samurai sword.
Look, it's rabbit season.
Yeah.
It's rabbit season.
It's rabbit
To
season.
give context, we're thinking about buying a rabbit.
Yeah, why not?
The
Could be
thing
a fun
is,
little guy, you know?
I think the justification I have for wanting one isn't right.
Which is?
I'm mainly thinking like, oh,
Women.
girls are gonna fucking love this.
That's fine.
Will they?
Yes.
Do you reckon?
Objectively speaking.
Do I
yes.
download online dating apps after it?
Yeah.
Is that-
But
what's
like your
gonna pick it
photo
up?
has to be like you shirtless, but your rabbit's next to you. You know what I mean?
My friend has a rabbit, and his Instagram description or bio, whatever you call it, is "pat my rabbits." So
What?
fucking everyone knows he's got rabbits.
And his
Sheesh.
DP is fucking him holding his rabbits where his balls are, saying, "Come bat him."
Come at him. Come goggle on my rabbit.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
I think it'd be sick. I think we should open a little petting zoo and like advertising so women come in and then lock the door as they come in so they can't get out.
Lock the door,
Yeah, look, not Joseph Fritzl style, but you know.
dude. That's I think a bit step too far.
Okay, fine. We won't lock the door. We'll keep it open.
This is the thing. I don't want to have too many things going on in my life. So if I've got, you got work, you got relationships, then you got milk bucket. Add to that a rabbit that you got to look after. Add to that to the vans that we're going to about invest in. Like, there's so many. Like that's just a fucking.
What we're gonna
forecasting,
do
by
is
the way.
you might think like, how would you make money with a van? What we're actually gonna do is get a fleet of white vans, and we're gonna go around stealing kids and ransoming them back to their parents for 30 grand a piece.
Yeah, they do it in Haiti, so I think we can like make some tweaks and
Say that again?
implement Haiti.
Haiti?
Haiti, yeah.
Haiti?
Was that it?
Was that a joke, or did you just
Haiti.
not realize that that's how it's said?
How do you? It's H-A-I.
Haiti.
Right? Haiti.
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 I've been
Like Katie.
Have you?
yeah.
Really?
On a stop off on the Caribbean cruise.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah,
Was it
yeah.
nice?
That must have been
I
a really
got, like-
authentic experience.
I got a bracelet scammed.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. I didn't end up paying for it, but they ended up. I was like, oh yeah, I kind of looked through bracelets. This guy put it on. You can't fucking take it off when it's pulled on. I was like, yeah, no, I don't have the money. He was like, oh yeah, go to your parents, get the money, come back. So they're like fucking trusting you. And I was like, no. It took a fucking solid 3 minutes is a long time of convincing him.
Yeah.
No, I don't want this fucking bracelet.
And then he took it off, or what?
He eventually took it off somehow. I think.
Why did you just say, "Oh yeah, I'll get the money
And the
Yeah,
thing
I feel
is,
bad.
in a bit, bro"?
Yeah.
you might have not known that at the time, but Haitians are known to walk around with fucking machete. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, but
They
you got
sleep
one
with
back-
fucking cutlasses underneath their beds and shit. You know what I mean?
I can totally imagine Aaron actually like stealing the fucking bracelet. Like, oh yeah, I'll give you the money.
I feel
And
bad.
then-
I'll be back
and then-
soon.
And then his parents are like, oh yeah, we're having dinner in the mainland. He's like, fuck. No. This bracelet
Mum,
says what
I'm
it's gonna
sick.
get me.
I gotta be on the Carnival cruise.
Dude, I got Royal Caribbean.
Oh, sorry.
Deluxe shit.
When the boat's going away, you just see this one fucking little dinghy with a bunch of Haitians with knives. Saying, they're coming for you.
That's so funny that they can just trust people to come back.
Yeah.
They're not gonna scam some poor fucking Haiti guy.
Yeah, this fucking
Still calling it Haiti.
Haiti.
They're not going on a hiatus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Hiatus.
It wasn't
That was
long after that they had like the volcano there, so like people.
Oh, the
probably
earthquake
fucking-
thing, yeah.
Oh, earthquake.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. So
They're still
that guy
fucked.
probably died.
Oh, real? So you're fine.
Yeah.
Where's Pompeii?
That's in Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Italy.
Napoli.
Okay. Because I'm thinking about the song. Like if we're
Ew, 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 ew. Anyway, what were you saying?
Well, I do have a hypothetical question that I've been thinking of for a while.
What's that?
By a while, I mean multiple decades.
Oh, shit.
Like, so say, I'm not sure if you guys think this whenever you get on a plane, but it's like, say you're flying somewhere and then like the plane is like going to crash, it's like going down and you see like an island in the distance. So I go, that's going to be my survival tactic. Going to go to the island. So like while you're crashing down, so you have like temporary ability, like to get anything you can over here. Say no one survives except for you, like, traveling alone.
Yeah.
What do you do? Like, what do you take from the plane? How do you survive on the island?
Ooh,
That's a good call. I would take all their Gucci stuff just in case I get picked up.
smart.
And I'll be like, oh no, I just happen to have a lot of it.
You got to go quick fast, but there's like 2 minutes until this plane sinks.
Oh,
Oh,
you're not
wait,
gonna
oh,
carry
it's in the
fucking
ocean.
anything.
Yeah, like you land in the ocean, you got to go to the fucking
How are you collecting the stuff if it's in the ocean?
like the plane's landed. It's got 5 minutes until it sinks down.
So
they've
you're
got a
just
couple
standing
minutes, yeah.
inside still.
Yeah, like you obviously first thing you do is get the life raft. You know that has like the expandable raft.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Where
where-
do you
where is
collect
that?
Yeah, you
from?
fucking find it, bro. You gotta look
I'm
for
not
it.
gonna lie, I would honestly just immediately beeline it out.
Yeah,
What? Nah, bro. You're gonna regret that shit.
No, have you seen
Don't
Lost?
panic. No, I haven't.
I've seen it like 3 times. So I'm an
Yeah.
expert on fucking desert island survival.
What about? Okay,
So they swam fucking straight away, and then the stuff it gets pushed to the beach.
Yeah.
All the stuff that's on the plane.
Oh, what?
So the thing is, the current
That
will
makes
pull you in,
sense.
and if you have a little gay inflatable raft, you're not going to be able to get out past the current to get off the island. So it's like, that's only
Yeah.
useful to bring you in, which the current will do anyway.
Well, the first thing I would be thinking, in my opinion, is I'm going to look for things that you can use to build a house, and to, like what type of things that you won't be able to make in nature. Like for the first example I'm thinking of is like rope. Anything that's ropey that I can get from there, like something that I can like rip up and turn into some.
What about vines?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I feel like vines don't have the flexibility that you might expect.
What do you want to
do you
make
mean?
from rope?
Like to tie things up, like it's tie up your.
Sorry, who's just got
Little
fucking
bungalow.
like 50 meters of rope in their backpack? I'm not gonna lie, unless I see like a 35-year-old in shape white guy with like cargo shorts, I'm not gonna expect there to be any rope. But if he's got a carabiner off the fucking side of his pants, maybe.
How did I not pick up on that?
You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Because they've got no fucking weapons there either. Hey,
Yeah, and there's no way there's gonna be
a lighter. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going in people's pockets and looking for shit in their pocket, like a lighter.
Or all the dead bodies that end up
No,
on
no,
the shore.
yeah, or like yeah.
Oh, I
like
probably
just
would do that, yeah.
try to, like
Yeah.
lighter would be number one key thing.
Because you can't bring that on a plane.
Huh?
You can't bring that in your pockets on a plane.
Oh, true.
You have to be in under luggage.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the kind of shit that won't float out. That'll sink with the plane.
Yeah, that shit's too far down, like, and you have to go like down like multiple stories to find.
Because I think if you were trapped inside the plane and you couldn't get out now, like there was too much pressure on the door so you couldn't open them, that would be fucking terrifying way of dying.
Yeah, that's game over.
You know what I mean?
Finished.
You know what you want? If you do hypothetically stay in the plane while it's sinking, you want to beeline it to the fucking front of it, go to find the little black box and communicate with the land.
Wait, the black
The
box?
black
Yeah,
box
yeah.
records, doesn't it? I don't think does it talk
records?
to the land.
I thought it talked to the land.
I thought that's how they found out what happened in crashes because it records what's going on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because it could be no reception. There's probably no
Possibly, yeah.
Would you like leave a prank if you knew you were gonna die? Would you leave a prank for them? Like you go up to the black box and you're like, everything's fine, guys, don't worry. I'm like what?
Why?
Wait,
What's going on?
What is the black box? What does this mean?
It's I don't know.
It's a thing on again, I'm taking this from movies and
Yeah,
shit I've
yeah.
seen, but it's a thing that they have on planes, which I think I didn't know it transmitted. I thought it just recorded what happened.
Yeah, I thought it transmitted.
So I think maybe it does both. Who knows? But it definitely records, and the idea is that you could then explain to them what's going on. So it's like if you got hit by a fucking
Just
missile,
records all the
you
time.
can. Well, I assume maybe it's got a microphone attached to it or something like that. So maybe you got to activate it. But the idea would be if you got hit by a fucking enemy jet, you can say we were hit, we got taken out. You know what I mean? It looked like this person or something, and then they can see what actually happened afterwards.
Oh,
Because if you just got
I
a
see.
plane that went down, it's like what the fuck happened? Why did it go down?
Yeah, for like data purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what are you guys doing when you get to the land? Firstly, what are the first 2 or 3 things you're going to get from the plane, and then what are you going to do with them when you get on the land?
I think I'm not gonna lie.
Say it's
I would
midday.
lug like whatever I can find.
A
obviously.
watch. Fuck yeah, a watch. That's
Well, I
what
wouldn't
I'd
care
get.
about a watch.
Just so you can keep track of the day.
You can see it in the sky.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
What do you mean?
I'm taking a watch.
Why would
Because
you
I
not?
wouldn't. I'm taking a watch, bro.
Right, but
I'm not
why?
answering that question. It's,
Okay,
I feel like because you could use the sun as a reference, but the days change along with the years, and it would be hard to track
Not
how
really
many
in the
days I've been.
tropics.
Like a
The
watch,
tropics days stay quite consistent.
sure, but I feel like I would lose track on how long I've been there for,
But what if
unless you're counting days.
it's a fucking Daniel Wellington or like a shit watch?
Fuck it, I don't
Still
care.
gonna wear it?
I don't
What
care.
if it's
As
a
lo-
watch that's not waterproof?
As long
So
as
it's
it says the
gonna die.
day and the date, like the date.
Oh, so you
would
need a
be-
day date.
The date would be
Day
important.
just.
Say just, yeah.
As long as I've got the date, that means I only need to keep track of months.
But imagine if you don't have the winder for the date just.
Oh.
It runs out of time. You got to just shake your arm a lot to make sure it keeps battery.
That would be perfect because then you don't need a rechargeable battery. Imagine if it ran out of battery and you haven't gotten used to the fucking sun.
Yeah, but imagine if you're not shaking it off in order to fucking charge the battery and then it starts going out of whack.
I think on your first day you need to look for somewhere to stay. Second day, look for a water source.
I think water's first. to
Okay,
be honest.
Really?
let's break this down. What do you actually do on your first day? What's your first thing that you do?
Try build some kind of shelter.
I think, grab a bunch of see whatever kind of identifiable clothing or fabric I could find. So maybe like an orange shirt or something. Try rip it up, and I would start walking into the forest, but only only short amounts of time, and start marking it. So hopefully I can find my way back to the original beach. And I would look for running water because you only survive 3 days without water.
Yeah, true. So what, you're going to find like a river or something?
Yeah, you'd have to find obviously fast moving water so you don't get stagnant shit. You know what I mean? But I think water, a consistent water supply would be really good because even though I'm assuming we're in the tropics.
Yeah.
It's just easier if we say we're in the tropics because we're in an island down fucking south or something. We might just die immediately because there's no consistent rain. But
cold.
with the consistent rain, you could obviously try and build fucking things to catch water. But who knows when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think my first priority would be fire. I'd be like, okay, how am I going to
Really?
get fire here? Even in the short term, because then I can boil water. Oh, then how do I boil it? That's the next question.
The thing is, you're not going to be able to make a fire, for example, on the beach because at night it's going to get so windy. It would just blow out immediately.
Yeah, I would never stay all the way at the beach. I'd go.
So you want to move in a little bit?
I'd go a solid maybe 20 meters inside.
Yeah.
So if you
In
go
the jungle.
too far inside, it'll be too mosquito-y. But I think 20 meters away from the beach.
I think I would be on like right when the sand starts turning into like dirt. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean
Like right on the tip of the
first
beach.
few trees.
And what I would do is I'd try and knock down palm trees and try and build up some kind of enclosure for the fire. You know what I mean?
I think that's the way I would do it. I'd find a flimsy looking palm tree, knock that down somehow, like with rocks, and then as it falls over to something else, put leaves over it so that you have that shelter. You get what I mean? It's like a triangle.
Let's say you could do, you know, like the zombie apocalypse thing we gave ourselves like fucking 20 episodes ago. Like what are your items you would have?
Yeah.
Let's say you can bring 3 items from the mainland to survive. You got to survive
From the
a year.
mainland or from the plane?
Let's say they can be anything. But the thing is, if you choose a fucking
Anything
BMW,
you could find on a plane reasonably, I reckon. That's a cool hypothetical. So you can't just
That's
say
hard.
I'd bring a fucking knife.
Well, you can't be like
no, that's what I'm saying. Like a knife is something that like
It'd be sick to have, but you can't, like you'd never get. I mean, you can get a cutlery knife, which would be pretty useful.
Would it?
Like for cutting,
when you have, like,
cutting
fine
vines,
dining on the island?
cutting vines, like cutting vines and like cutting.
dining. You know when your butler comes out and lifts off the fucking trailer. You know what I mean?
Which one? So which one do you want to say? From Bunnings or from?
I would probably rather say from Bunnings, but that's just because it takes out one of my. Because I was going to say machete.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
100% a machete. I'd grab.
Yeah.
I'd grab that for sure.
It'd be so. But the thing is, would you go machete or would you go one of those little axe things?
Hatchet.
Yeah, like
What's
a
an
hatchet.
axe
'Cause
thing?
I wouldn't
As in,
mind.
like, what do you mean by an axe thing?
So it's like a hatchet, which is like a mini axe. But the idea would be like machete is great for cutting down vines, but I don't know if you're cutting down a tree with it. Whereas you might be able to cut down like a palm with the other ones, you know.
Ooh.
You know what I'd probably pick as well is a really important one. I'd probably get a puppy phone case.
No way.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, well, because when you think about it, if you're on the island, what if there's bitches there?
True, if there are bitches, you got
No
that's
way,
the thing, yeah.
no way you're going to be showing those bitches your phone with with no phone case.
Yeah, and the thing is, if like a plane goes overhead and you're trying to wave it down, if you've got no phone case on, they're going to be like, "Fuck this guy, let's leave him."
Yeah, we'll find the next
I hope
guy.
he dies.
Yeah, exactly.
But and the great thing is, even if you got picked up and you dropped your puppy phone case on the island, it's biodegradable, so it's fine.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
true.
You could literally leave it for the
It's
next
facts.
guy who's trying to get bitches. You know
It's a
what I mean?
literal fact.
Next
There's
guy.
no downside with getting a puppy phone case.
Full flex, great fucking local artist pictures.
Yeah.
They might even have palm trees so you can remember your time on the island. You know what I
Damn
mean?
straight. Yeah, and you get 20% off with code MILKBUCKET.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're yanking my dick twice.
Hit the link description below, boys, and thanks for Puppy This for sponsoring this video.
Thanks so much, puppy.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. I don't know. I feel like I could survive. I give myself the benefit of the doubt that I would survive in an island adventure.
Do you know what's funny? Like, we give you a lot of slack for a lot of things, you being like way too confident on.
Yeah.
I am also with you. Even though neither of us have, like, your version of camping was fucking going out into the wilderness and doing things for, a weekend. It is like, it's not really camping. But I also agree that I've watched enough TV shows that I could be like, no, I'll survive.
Here's the thing. I've watched enough TV shows that I feel like I couldn't do it because of all the shit that goes down. Like seeing Lost, where there's fucking hidden civilizations and shit that go try
Oh,
and
that's
kill you.
ease. No,
Oh,
I'm
then-
not
then it's
beat
a
up
fucking-
on.
This is the thing, because I haven't watched the TV shows, I know it's going to be easy.
No, that's why you have that fucking overconfidence.
No, because I feel like in TV shows they they have to make shit happen.
Yeah.
So like I feel like you'd be the hardest thing would be the overwhelming boredness.
I
Like,
don't
you would
think
just be
so.
so
You're never
bored
going to be
all day,
bored
every day.
because you're looking for food unless you find
Nah,
some contraption.
once you get shit started and you're like surviving,
There's no passive income for food on an island.
bro, you're literally going to be sitting there jerking off all day. Like there's literally going to be nothing to do.
Your imagination would get really good in
Yeah.
terms of the jerk off. You'd be able to get really vivid with it, I reckon.
I reckon you go crazy, like the whole Wilson
That's the
thing.
thing.
Oh, would you get the coconut and fuck it?
Probs, yeah.
Probably, right?
It's got
okay.
3 holes for a reason.
That's true.
I think
All 3 of us boys.
Oh, should we anti to coconut?
I legit think that would be the hardest struggle. Like you would be begging for a piece of paper, like a book and a pen for you to write in.
I don't think you would
so
get.
shit.
I think it would take. Once you got settled, that's when you would get
Yeah.
bored. But at the start, you'd be too focused on the next day of surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would take at least I don't think it would take longer than a couple months for you to like have the bare minimum. If like I think in order to keep yourself from not going crazy, you would need to like keep decking it out. Like,
Yeah,
keep
you'd have
decking
the
that off.
sickest house by the end of it.
Yeah, like if like just to keep yourself from going crazy, like you just build something else.
Do you know what the worst thing is? Like, if you somehow get saved, unless you get a book deal or a movie deal, and they actually are kind to you, and Hollywood's not known for doing that. Like, they'll give you 20 cents and say thanks for the movie, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna go back having wasted 20 years on an island of compound interest, which means you'll have no money, and you got to go work at Woolworths.
Oh,
You got this sick story. You've just survived death just to go back to living at the bottom.
Well, how jokes is this? Like if we actually did that, without like the money that we currently have in the market and some money in crypto and a bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah.
Imagine if we came back 20 years later, it's like, oh shit, we're a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
That was
Like,
sick.
All
That would
these
be
speculative
awesome.
investments that we've got, fucking Ethereum is all time high. People are all like, cashing in.
You
on all these
live so
investments.
cost free as well. Literally costs nothing.
Yeah. So your money was just growing and growing, and like your super balance was just like $1 million.
Your super balance. Fuck boy, that would be awesome. Dude, and if the plane went down, your family would, I'm guessing, probably sue the airline. I'm sure you could.
Oh,
and
for
then
sure.
They
Yeah,
get some money
No, you
for
get it.
you, and
But imagine how shit it would be if it was like some terrorist or something that shot down the plane. So you can't really sue the airline. You got to try to take Al Qaeda to court.
I wonder how that would work.
Yeah, then you're fucked. Ain't
Do you-
no suing.
Yeah, you probably couldn't sue.
I don't think any other 9/11 victims got any comp.
Really.
Nah.
Fuck.
I think
boy.
they got these nuts. That's what
Bro, how crazy that Andrew Schultz, the comedian, he lives in New York, right? And he lived in New York all his life in Manhattan. So he and his schoolmates saw 9/11 happen. And the first thought, and like you hear about it now and you're like, oh, as if you did this. But I'm like, yo, if I was 15, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah.
Him and his boys were like trying to go down to the scene to say like, yo, what can we do? Let's beat up some terrorists or whatever. You know what I mean?
What?
Like that's
Beat up some
Holy
terrorists.
shit.
bro, like the thought process was like, yo, what can we do? Like, let's go down there, see if there's something happening. Because they didn't know, like,
Yeah,
is
right.
it bombs? Like, what happened? They're just seeing smoke and fire and shit coming out of buildings. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, Ark, what you doing, boy?
Bro, imagine how many convenience stores
Oh,
fucking
bro.
owners just got wrecked.
What's
from
fucked
that.
is, imagine how many Sikhs, the boys with the turbans, the
Yeah.
Punjabi lads, got fucking beat up. And they're like, bro, we don't even like Muslims.
Yeah,
Bro,
they
they
hate
took
them too.
Kashmir from us. What do you mean?
Now, I feel like those ones like really got the fucking short end of the stick.
What's
Didn't
cra-
even do anything wrong. Got all the blame.
Well, what's crazy? So, his co-host Akash is an Indian boy, and he was saying that his parents were legit like, and they lived in Texas, so it's
Yep.
a bit white hicky, you know. And they were like, shit. When the second they saw it happening, they're like, this is going to be bad for us, and they were scared. Like they were thinking, do we pull the kids out of school and move to like a more progressive state? Like, what do we do? And it's
Yeah,
crazy
move
to think
fucking
that
Cali,
like,
bro. Come on.
what did you say?
I would move to Cali, bro.
Yeah,
At
of
least
course,
for a
but
couple years.
Imagine the tax benefits
sure.
of living in Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
I don't give a
Post
fuck
state
about, I
tax,
don't give
bro.
a fuck about money, bro. If my kids are gonna be in danger.
No, but they might not be in danger, but it's like bullying and shit, which is like bad for their mental health and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'd probably give it a try for a couple of weeks, and then if I felt like active racism towards me, I'd be like, I'm out of here, bro.
has your dad ever spoken about like, was there a difference between pre and post, like with
Not for
No.
my dad. My dad, my dad is very similar to me. Like he barely has ever felt any racism. But I've got one of my dad's best friends who did the same as what my dad did. So he immigrated to Australia, but he immigrated to the US. He said that 9/11 was a turning point. He remembers living in Texas pre 9/11. He loved it.
Yeah,
he loved
really?
it heaps. And then he returned, like I think in 2005, and he said that it was a piece of shit. He was just like, I went there and just no one's friendly. No one wants to talk to you. No, and he's just like, and it hasn't changed for my other friends who aren't Arab. But then for me, it's just completely different. Like I feel like I don't belong here anymore.
That's
yeah, I mean,
crazy.
you look like a fucking white boy, so I feel like you're different.
Yeah, but still, I wouldn't like the whole idea that people don't like your people around here.
Yeah,
and you'd have to
for
hide
sure.
it. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not a fun thing to do.
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
100%.
And the thing is, there's better places in the same country that will accept you. So just go there.
Yeah,
It's like if you're trans and you're having a lot of trouble, move to Newtown.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but the idea should be like, in theory, if we live in a free country that promotes, civil like rights and shit, we shouldn't have to move in order to fucking get it. Like,
Yeah.
I get that in practicality, you should just move to a place like, if you're Vietnamese and getting bullied, go Cabramatta or whatever. But like at the same time, they should be able to live wherever they want without getting fucked up.
I completely agree. Like I think the world isn't perfect.
Yeah.
But like, you got to deal with the current situation while trying to fix it. Like you got to look after yourself and put your best interest in heart.
That is true.
completely agree.
Yeah. And like the US has good options. Like you have a lot of really good like blue states that'll welcome you with open hands.
What do you mean by blue states?
like
Democrats?
California, Oregon, New York, I guess is blue state, but I don't know how good that would be post 9/11. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of places you can move to that are nice.
Yeah.
Washington, I would fucking love to live in Seattle, man.
Washington, really?
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
it
fucking Canberra of America.
Yeah, it rains every day.
No. Washington is in Washington DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Washington DC is near New York.
Yeah, but Washington rains like every day.
Yeah, I know, but the
Seattle
beauty,
is fucked.
bro. The beauty of Washington is insane. It's like you can go on a hike every day and you wouldn't be.
You
finished
talk
after
about
a
being
year.
a mountain boy, yet you're never in the mountain.
I'm a mountain boy at heart, but I
Just doing it in practicality.
bro. As soon as I get my first van, I'm there all day.
This is why he wears North Face, because he's a fucking mountain boy.
Exactly. I could be wearing Kathmandu which is like the retard version. But instead, I'm wearing North Face because I support my my Uyghurs.
Yeah, you wear North Face because, you know, I'm a finance boy and I have to make it look like I've got a real job. You know? What are you talking about? I have to make it look like I'm active, so I've got a suit and a suit, but then a jacket. You know?
I thought of this hypothetical question earlier, and I really want to know the answer because it's a tough dilemma. If you could either time travel within reasonable bounds, so you could do 50 years forward, 50 years back,
Right.
or you could stop time, or slow it down, or like alter the speed of it for only you. So you could stop it. Everyone's frozen. You can run across the world. Like you had to do shit by yourself because everyone else is frozen in time.
That shit is hard.
Which or you can slow it down where so like you could be in a fight and you can slow it down way too fast. So you just dodge every fucking
Matrix style.
Matrix style. Like you can dodge bullets. You can.
I'm trying to think of the advantage of slowed down time in real life.
I feel like that would be the only one that has advantages.
I think, to be honest with you, my answer will be a bit sneaky, so maybe I'll let you guys answer first.
Like 50 years ago, you could have just fucking invested in the stock market with current day money, kind of. And then just live off the benefits now by coming back.
Okay, but then think about this is the thing. I'm gonna go hard on you, go a bit anal, and say like you got to live in this world. Okay, so if you're buying stock, you're buying it under whose name? You can only buy stock under your name.
And I'm not alive.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
So like you can maybe go into the future and see how things look in the
exactly.
now.
You could literally
And then go back, but then you're just jumping across time. Like you're not actually settling down and living somewhere.
Yep.
Like you want to have friends and you want to have people there.
Here's my like thing to that though. If you're slowing down time, you're essentially living without consequence, because if, for instance, you get home, you realize, fuck, I didn't buy my girl a present for her birthday. You just pause time, go get her a present, come back, and then it's gone. So it's like a lot of the times you could, I don't know, I feel like the beauty of life and the beauty of the fact that we're only here for 80 years is that you don't get to keep doing things over and over again. It's kind of like,
you still live for 80 years.
No, I get you.
And if you're like when you slow down time for others, you're still living in yours. You're still aging at the normal rate. So if you could slow down 1 year for everyone else and die and turn to 80 in that year.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? Like, so your life is still 80 years.
Seems like a fucking new addition to the rule.
No. It's just like you're still living your life. You're still aging at the rate that you age.
Then definitely the time travel one.
Yeah, I would 100% pick the slow down time.
Why?
Because I feel like it would be way more
Zero
functional.
value add.
Because suddenly you could live on 0.7 time, where you're like getting 1.5 times the amount done that other people are, because they're all just working.
Then you're hearing people talk like this.
Sure, while
Always.
you're thinking normal. So like when people are speaking like that, you're hearing every word they're saying. Whereas like when it's fast, sometimes you miss shit in conversation.
Doesn't sound like a happy life.
Yeah.
It sounds like maybe you'd go down in the history
will,
book
bro.
for being a great guy.
No, at will, you can do it. And then when things go too slowly, if you're on a road trip, you just speed it up a bit. For you, it's only 10 seconds, but for them, it's a whole trip.
You didn't say you can speed it up.
Yeah.
Like you can control time. You can slow it
What do
down.
you mean? So then what you do is you go, the second you get dumped, right? You know, your parents get in a car crash, all your family are dead. You just put $1,000 into a fucking investing, like a mutual fund or something like that. Then you speed up time 1,000 years. Yeah. You've only been there for 10 seconds, but all of a sudden you got infinite amount of money.
It's a one-way road though.
Sure.
It's a one-way road. So like, if that happens, you can be gone forever. No one will ever find you.
Right.
And then like you're gonna have to, like, you still have to introduce yourself and tell people, oh, I'm from the past. It's like you have to explain
Why
yourself.
Why do you gotta say that?
Because they're gonna you have to get a license, you have to get a passport, you have to prove all this shit.
Just
like,
put it in a
knows
trust
if they
account.
who even knows they're gonna speak English at that time? Like English is a relatively new language. It's only been around for a couple thousand years.
No, because there's a documentary called Futurama where this happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I watched
It went from the year 2000 to the year 3000.
Yeah.
And it was actually fine.
Exactly the same.
He had like 70 cents in his bank account and it was like billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Well, did it turn out that the money was useless because the inflation was so
No,
fucked?
they didn't address that. He just spent it all.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he just wasted it. He spent like, I think, $1 million on the last can of some fish. I can't remember, but it wasn't tuna. It was sardines. The last can of sardines.
Because he wanted sardine pizza or something.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
It was the last ever can of sardines.
Yeah.
You know what? So we voted this weekend, and you know what I was thinking?
What's that?
It'd be cool if so when you stand in line in front of the voting alley, they have all these, like, you have Liberals and you have Labor and you have Greens that are standing there giving you like what they tell you to prefer, like what they want you to vote.
Yeah.
So if, like, we didn't have any Liberals in the inner west, but we had Labor and Greens, and they would say, okay, our preference is 1 Greens, 2 Labor, 3 Citizens Party, whatever. It would be cool if you collected one of those from every year. every time we voted. You kept it in mint condition and put it in a folder. And then like
Why?
when you're a grandpa, you could be like, this is how like paper and shit like this looked like when I was young.
Oh, because kids are gonna love that.
No, I think
It sounds like a stamp collection, not gonna lie, man.
bro, it sounds like a blast to the past.
It sounds so lame.
It sounds pretty cringe.
If my grandparents pulled that out, I'd be like, I am so bored.
so
Why
bored.
the fuck are you showing me paper?
Why aren't they dead yet?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You know, okay, so you think that if your grandma showed you some voting papers from like the 70s, so
I
this
would
is,
see the
like,
first one and I'd be like, oh, cool. And
Yeah.
then she pulls out the next year and I'd be like, all right. Then she pulls out the next year and I'm like, all right, seriously, how long are we going? And then I realized the book's full of 80 years of voting. I'm like, mate, I don't care that much.
It's
You
about as interesting as stamp collecting.
Exactly.
You don't think that's interesting at all?
No.
I
Fuck
think
me.
stamp collecting is pretty gay, but I do like, I feel like this is a really cool blast in the past. It's like, the other thing is that it's like, you wouldn't think that there were like all these like retard campaigners outside of the voting booth like 60 years ago, but they probably were there doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, probably.
Like that's probably been around since the start of voting.
What I think is weird is how come the Greens are still handing you fucking paper and they're all about like,
So
environmental
true.
and
What the
shit.
fuck?
True.
Like these assholes are putting fucking paper stickers on like everywhere and it's going to get ripped off and blow away in the wind.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And when are we going to fucking stop the bullshit and just have an electronic vote?
I was
Yeah.
just thinking
We've
that,
already got a
yeah.
fucking like New
I
South
care
Wales
so
license.
little about voter fraud.
Bro, we
Yeah.
got a license app. Like
Yeah.
everyone's already online.
Yeah,
It's already there. Like
Literally running off Service News.
Bro, the COVID stuff, like
Yeah.
that must have taken them like way far ahead. Now everyone knows how to use a QR code. It's
Yeah.
like,
Well, you just have both. So the old people can still go up to the schools, they can vote.
Yeah.
All the young people, everyone who knows how to use technology can
Yeah.
vote online and have a great time on their Saturday and not waste it staying
And we
online
know
for an
so
hour.
we could find out during the day who
literally,
wins.
yeah. We
Imagine if you no, but like we're finding out after. Imagine if you could look at the live counter and be like, "Yo, my vote is the deciding vote."
bro,
That'd be
Legit.
fucking gangster.
Legit.
Yeah, there's probably less corruption then, which I guess some people might not want.
Yeah.
Oh,
We can't stack the polls.
Yeah, can't stack them.
There's a lot of thing about okay, what if hackers get in and they
Yeah.
can like
Who
really
cares?
they can really
Yeah, fuck
subtly
'em.
do it. Like they can have a lot of fake votes. And
Here's the
whatever
thing.
people
I
don't
just
think.
don't think that much is going to change now we got a Labour government. I just feel like,
Oh, if they get rid of negative gearing, I will cry to
yeah,
both of
but
you
there's
every
too many
night.
people who got money. Like the thing is, Labour is still a big company. Like Labour isn't far left.
Yeah.
If the Greens got voted in, maybe.
Yeah,
To give
yeah.
context, it's confusing in Australia. Labour is what you would consider a liberal government, and the Liberals are considered a conservative
Yeah,
government.
yeah. It makes no sense.
Yeah. But it's
yeah.
not like in America where both sides are a bit more extreme. In Australia, both sides are pretty close to center.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
probably gonna have to pay a bit more tax as well.
Not
a
keen
bit
about
shit.
that.
Bit shit, but
Maybe,
I mean, what
yeah.
can you do?
We'll see, but like, I don't know.
I
They-
blame you boys. You guys voted that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in an electorate that was going to vote that way anyway.
Yeah. I mean, moving on from politics, what are your honest thoughts on globalization? Do you fucking like it or hate it?
Of course. Love it.
Like it?
Yeah.
Don't you feel like some cultures will be lost?
Dude, we
How?
wouldn't have. Okay, for context, to all the audience, we just picked up a bunch of stuff for the apartment today. We wouldn't have either of these things
Yeah. Swiss.
or any of
Or
this. Yeah,
Swedish.
yeah, exactly. They're probably from IKEA.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have that
What do you mean?
because globalization.
We'd have to go to
has-
some fucking
yeah,
carpenter.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they would probably have a different.
yeah. It
They
wouldn't
might
be
not have
cheap. No,
IKEA,
no,
but
no.
they're gonna have each table.
Yeah, but it wouldn't
Yeah.
be cheap like how we got it.
Exactly. And they wouldn't want to give it away for free just to get it out of the house. Like, I think
I feel-
globalization is such a fucking good thing.
Like just everything. Let's just explain what globalization is first.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone slowly morphing to realizing like IKEA is actually really good for furniture. So now every country has the same furniture because it's all IKEA.
It's the breaking down of trade barriers between
Yeah.
countries, isn't it? So it allows people to like trade goods with other countries, not just in the one.
And then on IKEA's side, they say, okay, if this table sold really well in America, it's probably going to sell really well in Australia, and then England, and then UK, like everywhere. Before you know, it has the same fucking table.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, I mean,
So you're not pro.
it's not that I'm not pro it. It's just that I see the negatives.
What,
it's like,
so explain the negatives.
it's like when you go like to a third world country and it's like, oh, what should we eat? And you see a Macca's there, and then like you order a Big Mac, it tastes the exact same.
Yeah,
The thing
I
is-
get what you mean.
But like we went to a third world country and we like there was a Macca's there, sure, but there was more Pad See Ew places.
Yeah, yeah.
You could still get Pad Thai on every corner.
Yeah,
Like that's just for the tourists. The locals aren't eating that shit.
the culture's not lost.
Yeah.
So then, what can we do about people that want to be left out of it, or like countries that want to? But like the
North Korea
franchises
doesn't.
No, like
No,
I'm sure
thank you.
I'm sure a lot of people in third world countries don't like it. Like they feel like it's just turning more into America.
But it provides them jobs.
Yeah.
Like reality is sweatshop worker obviously is very horrible, especially considering Australian standards and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But there is a reason why people are volunteering to work at these jobs and are fighting for it. And it's because like if it's not there, there's no jobs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you have to have ways of paying people and shit. And I think like the conditions are pretty fucked. When you hear about the one that was in, it was either in Bangladesh or in China. I forget which one it was, but they essentially had bars on the doors and bars on the windows, and they would lock the door, and there was a fire inside, so they all just melted.
Yeah.
And that's like horrific.
A lot of them have like nets outside too, because so many people, the ones that don't have the bars at the windows, so they can jump out. They're jumping into a net. They have to come back.
Gotcha,
back in.
bitch.
They can't just suicide.
Back to
There's
work.
a fucking net to save them to come
And
back.
that's
to
the thing.
work.
We should definitely address that. But it's like being able to say, okay, trying to manufacture something in Australia is way too expensive because of our fucking government. Yeah. So let's go overseas and provide jobs globally, and hopefully pay them better than Nike does. You know what I mean? Because they're a bit fucked. Yeah. But I don't really see the net negative to it.
So okay, I think I misexplained it. I'm completely okay with countries realizing, okay, this is my specialty. I'm maybe better in manufacturing, so I'm going to start manufacturing.
Sure.
I'm better at innovation, so I'm going to innovate.
Yeah.
What I don't want to end up in is a spot where we all speak the same language, we all use the same currency, we all use the same day-to-day conversations.
Yep.
It's like you go to France, okay, it's better, it's different architecture because 500 years ago they built like that, but now it's all the fucking same. You go into a reception,
It's not all the same,
you
bro.
speak this weird language that was just invented 50 years ago. It's a morph of every fucking language. There's no different accents. Like that doesn't sound like a fun world to live in.
Accents won't go away.
Yeah, there's still accents.
Okay, and then okay, when you think that way, it's like, okay, you think based on what you've been taught, right? You think in English, right?
Yes.
So it's like, okay, now is all art going to be the same? You go to Thailand, it's going to be the same art as it is in America. All cars design's going to be the same because they're all fucking the whole world's the same. Like it doesn't sound like a fun place to live in where everyone's the same.
But it's not like, first of all, you look at Japan, who produce or at least design like a fat amount of cars. Yeah. They don't like any of the American influence. They're like 99.7% Japanese. They're very much, let's keep it ethnically the same.
Sure,
yeah.
So there are going to be countries that avoid it and want to keep their traditions intact. But like, I don't know, having bits of merging, like it's also like in Australia, if we just said no to globalization, your dad wouldn't have been able to come here back in the day. Half our mates wouldn't have been able to come here and immigrate and get visas.
No, immigration is completely different to globalization.
Not really. I know, but it's along the same train of thought. It's in that like we want to keep this country the same with the same culture.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of the issue with globalization that people have, because it's like we're just importing culture from other countries. But it's like, I think it's great when you bring different people in and, you create a diverse fucking echo chamber. It also means you don't just have to say like, oh, we suck at manufacturing cars, but we can't import them from anywhere else. So I guess we're just going to stick with our shitty cars.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
do you know what I mean?
You don't want to end up with a car manufacturer that does shitty cars.
Yeah.
Like what was it?
Holden.
Holden. Yeah, just did shitty cars.
They weren't really shitty, to be
Made in
honest with you.
Australia.
They were just like a Toyota, but Australian.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
it was the
It
equivalent.
was not fucking reliable like a Toyota.
Really?
It was.
Oh, dude, we've got a Holden Cruise. It hasn't broken down once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
okay.
But that's
I had
very
Holdens.
anecdotal.
Fuck yeah.
Guys,
I
I have a thought experiment.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the whole doors versus wheels argument?
Yes, sir.
Well, another one came up the other day.
What's
One
that?
day. More eyes or legs?
In the world?
Yeah. What do you think there is? Because think about it. Fish, eyes, no legs. Insects, lots of eyes, 0 legs.
Insects
Two
have 6
eyes.
legs.
Two
insects.
Tons of legs.
Yeah.
Oh.
It also depends, like, does a fly have 2 eyes, considering there's all the little refractive things on there?
Yeah. What do
Like,
you
do they
count?
constitute as separate eyes, or are they not?
Bees have thousands of eyes.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's the same thing as flies. Are they actually separate eyes, or is it
I
just
would
the way
count
the
them.
lenses of the eye
Wait, is this a real question that people are asking?
I
these
saw
days?
this on TikTok.
Bro. I'm gonna definitely go more eyes.
More eyes?
Yeah,
It's
what-
hard. Yeah, it's very hard.
But there's a shit ton of insects. But there's also a shit ton of fish.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Like,
fish.
if you look at how many fish are fished,
yeah.
like on a daily basis, not to mention the
But
one that are there.
are fins legs? Because what we
No.
were counting as doors were pretty ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, people started saying, oh, the cells in the human body, that technically has a door, so that's a door.
Bro, if we could count gills as doors, which they are.
They're not.
They are.
That's not a door. That's a vent.
Yeah, it's a vent.
A vent's not a door.
Vent's a door.
You can't open a door.
A vent is a door.
How did we get back on fucking
I
doors?
know. Okay. Yeah, I reckon for sure eyes, bro.
I think it's got to be legs, bro. Because you look at all the 4-legged animals, which all have, they got 2 eyes, and even insects.
Caterpillars.
Like, caterpillars have way more legs. Yeah.
100.
Yeah. No, well, that's millipede. That's
Caterpillars
centipede.
have hundreds of legs.
Centipede.
Yeah. And millipede, which has thousands.
Is it?
I
Actually,
think they don't actually have 1,000, but it's meant to have 1,000.
Bro, it could, because if it's a millipede.
That's what I mean. I think it's like
Oh.
800, but yeah.
Okay.
But think about how many fucking millipedes there are scuttling around.
Interesting. Yeah, but I can't help but go back to the fish.
But I think there's more bugs than there are fish.
That would be interesting. I don't know the statistic.
Surely. because the bugs just take up way smaller amounts.
Yeah.
Though no millipede species has 1,000 legs, common species have between 40 and 400.
Jesus.
That's a shit ton of legs.
But think about all those fucking tiny ass fish. Like the really, really small ones that whales just fucking eat up.
All
Are
the
they
little
even
tiny-
fish?
Like plankton.
Yeah,
Do they,
yeah.
does
I don't
plankton
think.
have
Do they
eyes?
even have eyes? I think they're just like bacteria things, aren't
And then
they?
you got
I don't know.
spiders have 4 times as many legs as they have fucking eyes. You got
Some
a
spiders
shit
have
ton of
multiple
spiders.
eyes, but like
Oh yeah, and then you have spiders with tons of eyes.
the thing is, I think most spiders, I think the average spider will net equal because it'll be like 8 eyes, 8 legs kind of thing. You know what I mean?
You're okay. I can take that.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can take
Because there'll be some with more and some with less. But
I'm still going with eyes. I think that you have to remember the Earth is 70% water.
sure,
Either
but
that or the
insects
human
take up
body.
such a small space.
So do fish.
Not
yeah,
all fish.
you have schools of fish that are huge, and that's just the ones that you see.
Yeah, but you have swarms of bees in just one honeycomb.
Yeah, and
There
all
might be like 400
they only
bees in
have
one
eyes.
tiny thing.
They don't have legs.
Are you fucking retarded?
Bees have
legs.
legs. Bees have
It was
legs.
6 legs.
They got legs or arms.
They've got
Legs.
legs.
What are you retarded, bro? What do you mean?
Now, do we count like chair legs?
Okay, because you see bees, and
Yeah.
they're always doing like this thing here.
What thing is
Like
that?
they're always like looking like they're fucking gonna scheme something. You know what I mean? They're always rubbing their hands. You can't do that with your
Sneaky,
legs.
sneaky.
Like, what are you
Yeah, you
doing
can.
like that? It looks like you're fucking giving someone a foot job.
Maybe like the
Maybe they do. Maybe
the
they
front
tie.
two. The front two are arms. The back ones are legs.
No,
The
but
back
they still
4.
walk on them. I think
Yeah,
if
they
you
do.
walk on them, they're legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Agreed.
know what I mean? Let's not split hairs here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or split bee
Okay,
arms.
we're only counting living. Living
Yes.
eyes.
Yes.
Okay, are we counting all the eyes that appear on fucking on books?
No, because then we're counting the legs on chairs.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So
I think let's keep it a living. That's
No,
a
legs.
fair estimation.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to say leg. I think I'm going to lock my answer in leg.
I'll say eyes.
Eyes for sure.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's for sure.
Comeback winner.
For sure. Comment the window.
Jimmy boy.
Yeah, we have. That's a really interesting question. I like that one, man.
Boys, I got another one since we're on the topic of animals.
Okay.
If you could, so it's to do with fighting, right?
Yeah.
If you could shrink yourself to be the same size as the animal, or you shrink the animal or enlarge the animal to be the same size as you,
Yep.
and you have to beat in a fight, what animal are you fighting? So you think about it, if you get like a spider, which is tiny, but
Yep.
now it's your size, that's fucking massive.
Yeah,
it's
could not
like
fight that.
its pincers, its fangs
And
gonna be.
spiders are so quick as well. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they got 8 legs. They're so
bro,
fast.
they got fucking what is
Yeah.
it? Fast twitch.
Yeah, for sure. They got
Yeah.
massive fast twitch.
Same with like an ant. Couldn't take an ant.
No, they're terrified. They
Yeah.
can lift 3 times their body weight at that small. Imagine how fucking big they are if they're human size.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the go would actually be to fight a big animal and make it smaller.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I heard a
Like a
guy say
giraffe?
giraffe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because its fucking body will be like at your hips.
You just fucking throw it.
So
that bitch.
true.
Throat
Yeah.
just
fucking
grab the
forcibly,
throat,
yeah.
fucking start whipping it around.
You know what? Most small animals, if made your size, would be terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Like
How
imagine,
crazy.
imagine a rabbit.
Oh, bro, fuck no.
Oh, do you reckon you could kill it?
Nah.
They got
Probably
sharp
not.
teeth as well.
Yeah. But yet you think you can take an elephant. Do you think you could take an elephant that's your size?
One try.
I don't think so.
One try.
I still don't think so.
Because
They're too
everything is
big.
proportionally
Yeah.
small, which means that the armor is thicker. It's thinner.
No, it's still fat.
Yeah, but then
And the
it
thing
goes
is, like,
so big
Baz
over
would
the
try and like
guts.
punch it inside, and it would just roll over onto him, and he'd get squished.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what I'd probably do. The thing is, I wouldn't kill it. What I would do is I'd make him a bitch. I'd ride it.
Ride that
You'd
shit.
fuck it.
No.
You'd make it your bitch.
The elephant would
Oh,
ride
you'd
him.
ride it.
I would
No,
ride
the elephant would definitely ride you.
I would ride that shit.
How
thing
would
is,
you
I would do
throat
that
that
even
amount of elephant dick?
I would
It's
do
like
it.
24 inches.
I would ride it even full size. Like, I wouldn't need I would do it bare back as well.
No condom. Really?
I'd raw dog that
Bro,
shit.
what about elephant AIDS?
Bro, fuck that elephant AIDS. I don't get it.
Boys, did you see the fucking 3 murders in Sydney?
No.
Yeah, in Western Sydney, eh?
Yeah, well, yeah, Southwest.
Were you the one who
Kinda
said that
close.
earlier today?
Yeah. Bro, but how crazy. We're literally having gang shootings in Sydney all of a sudden.
Was it shooting?
Yeah. They like shot him with
shot?
guns. Yeah.
But like the police shot him?
No. It's gang on gang. It's like
Oh,
retaliatory fights.
damn.
I can't remember. It was like some southwestern, like Pavo suburb, you know.
I've got a workmate that lives in fucking Campbelltown.
Jeez.
Cambo. Seatown in Campbell.
Canby.
Can you believe that? That's like an hour south of fucking.
To
Melbourne.
anyone who's not in Sydney, that's a Pavo area.
It's like an hour south.
I hope we don't have any.
Bro, that
listeners
shit.
from
That
there.
shit
It just sounds so
far,
sad. now.
bro. That shit far. No, they would know it. They would know that shit far.
Surely they'd be aware.
Yeah. They'd be aware of the prison they're in.
You know what I mean? Like when they go to Woolworths and there's like no wholemeal rice.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, only white.
Or it's like if you go to the shops and it's just racists.
And you fit in.
What do we think about pickup lines? Are they good?
They're fun, but they never work. Let's be real. Like they only work if you're good looking.
Yeah.
Like it's not actual game. You know what I mean?
And in that case, anything would work.
Yeah, exactly. You could just stare at them like a creepy Indian across the club.
The thing is, not anything would work because you need to like make first contact. Even if it goes horribly wrong, it could still work.
What is one that would actually work? Like I feel the whole polar bear one, like how much does a polar bear weigh enough to break the ice? That probably wouldn't
Overused.
work. The boyfriend material one, that
was
probably
gangster.
doesn't work.
No, bro. When I was in my school uniform, the 30-year-old chick loved it. What are you talking about?
Are you road? Because I can see you being casted.
Oh, that's so bad. And that's such a niche joke that only like podcast creators would understand.
For those that don't know, we use a roadcaster.
That was fucking horrible. Hit the badum ting, Bess. It's not the one.
That's not it.
Keep trying.
One more?
It's close enough.
Hey.
Oi, I don't know if you're recording it.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Do you guys have any ideas of pickup lines that would actually work?
Okay, I've got a game for us to play.
Okay.
Baz, you're in charge of the soundboard. Me and Aaron are going to be guys trying to hit on you. And depending on how good the pickup line is, you got to give us the fucking cheer or you got to give us the badum ting.
I just gave up the only 2 pickup lines I know.
Wait, let me see if there's a boo one. Oh, that's good. Okay, we got crickets. We got that. And we got those.
I reckon turn it up a little bit. Sorry, editor. I think it's me this year. Okay, you can hit it and it stops as well.
All right, go on.
All right, we're good with this?
I can't think of any more pickup lines. I literally said the only 2 I know.
Look up online if you need to.
There we go.
No, looking up online.
I don't have a
this
pickup
is
line.
purely off the top of our head, bro. Put it down. It's no longer fun if you pull it up online.
I need to pull it up.
I can go. No, bro, come on.
Should we do 2 each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, he's looking online.
Yeah, I'll just give the
It's
first 2
just
that come
going
up.
to be like actual pickup lines.
It's not the pickup lines, it's how you say it.
Are
I like that one.
you a Pokemon? Because I'd like to Pikachu naked. What's it going to be, Baz? Oh, no.
No, that's good, isn't it?
Is it good?
Is that good?
I thought it was cheer or boo.
No. Oh, okay, my bad.
Yay!
You'll have that one. Are you casted anywhere?
Why?
Because I'd like you to sleep in my pod.
Sorry, man. I had to reach over. Okay, Aaron.
Who am I saying this to? Because you're both like bending over
Just
like
to the
that.
podcast.
Okay. See, I looked it up. The ideas were terrible,
No
but I'll
fun,
just say
bro.
one.
Oh, you're making this up?
No. Say one that's there.
Oh.
You're definitely on my to-do list tonight. Yeah.
Louder and louder. That's horrible. All right. This requires you to know a particular picture in history, but fuck it.
You got it.
Are you Einstein? Because I'd like to tongue you. You know the photo. Where
yeah, that's good.
You can have
That's
that. You can have that.
Is your name Ferrari? Because I'll come fast.
I'll give you that one there.
You.
Have you been to a doctor? Because you're missing some vitamin me. It rhymes with C.
You looked it up.
Yeah.
Your standard is so much higher. You have infinite pickup lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
but
got
I just picked
Google.
the first ones that came up.
Wait, was your middle name Malt? Because I'd like to tease her.
That's a fucking big dog, baby. Aaron, give us a real one.
Dude, no one's coming up.
No, but don't Google. Just give us one you
I
can
gave
think.
you the only 2 that
No,
you.
think of one.
Ah.
Think of one. Come on.
Wait. Are you a gardener?
Why?
Because I'd like to fill up your plant pot.
Oh,
That's
hit us a
terrible.
cheer, bro.
That's terrible.
Aaron, off the top of your dome.
Are you a rhino? Because you're making me horny.
I like it.
I can't tell if this is good listening or bad listening now. Aaron, to finish off the podcast, by the way, thanks everyone for listening to the Milk Bucket podcast. Subscribe to all the things. Aaron, finish off the podcast with your pickup line.
A pickup line. I said them all at the beginning.
Aaron, we can cut it out. Just fucking think of one.
Are
and
you
then
an
we can finish.
AirPod? Because I'd love to put you in my ear.
Oi.
Self-voted for the chair.
Aaron, we're going to fit. The podcast is not going to end until you hit us with a pickup line and you hear the result.
See, there's so much pressure now. I got performance anxiety.
Do we have one of that sound that goes dung dung
Oh, that would be good.
dung 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 dung.
Yeah, we do.
dung, dung, dung.
Oh,
Okay, I reckon we say goodbye, everyone. We're gonna finish with this. You'll hear whether it's a yes or a no.
This is going to make more sense to you guys in the audience.
got
Are
it.
you the door behind you? Because I'd like to slide in. I think it's good.